Rent is still due. That's according to a representative for tenants forced out of a Troy apartment complex weeks ago. The progress in getting them back into their homes as the situation now heads to court.
I'm Kayla Gaskins on Capitol Hill. Coming up, congressional lawmakers pushing for increased transparency when it comes to what the federal government knows about UFOs.
A major change of plans for Hunter Biden. I'm Christine Frizzell with a look at the courtroom roller coaster and a day that ended with the unexpected not guilty plea.
CBS 6 News starts now.
Good evening. First tonight at 5 o'clock, uncertainty still clouds the future of the Burdett Birth Center at Samaritan Hospital in Troy.
Last month, St. Peter's Health Partners announced it has plans to shut down the center, but today it's all about showing appreciation for the staff.
CBS 6's Brandon Sapardi is live for us outside the center right now, where the community is showing up to show its support. Bree, I believe this event just getting underway. All right, thank you very much, Bree. We take a look outside right now. I turn around and I see Schenectady in our live shot behind us, Amani. There's a good-looking shot there. The flag kind of going straight down, which means not a lot of wind.
Yeah.
See, I can be a meteorologist.
There we go. Yeah. Not too bad outside. Let's send things over to Chief Meteorologist Steve LaPointe, who is tracking a big change to today's pattern. Steve.
Yeah, and that change will come in the...
New information tonight in the ongoing dispute between the town of Colony and a hotel currently housing migrants. A search warrant was executed yesterday for the hotel's registry. The town already took the hotel to court, saying it violated a town rule that guests cannot stay in a hotel beyond 28 days. The migrants first arrived at the hotel over Memorial Day weekend. Colony Town Supervisor Peter Crummy says if the hotel is found guilty of violating the length of the rule, the hotel could be fined up to $500 per guest per day. Crummy says he's still waiting for the results of that search. Irish singer Sinead O'Connor, known for her music, shaved head, and outspoken views on a number of social issues, has died. She was 56 years old. O'Connor topped the charts in 1990 with her rendition of Prince's Nothing Compares to You. The music video with her looking directly into the camera has been viewed nearly 400 million times on YouTube. In 1992, she appeared on Saturday Night Live and tore up a picture of the Pope, getting her banned from the program for life. She was open about her struggles with mental health. At this time, there are no details on the cause of death. Next tonight, a doctor says we can all be prepared right now to make a life or death difference. How cases of young athletes experiencing serious heart issues raise a lot of questions from parents, coaches, and even the experts themselves. Plus, lawmakers on Capitol Hill want increased transparency and get some eyebrow-raising information when it comes to UFOs. Bronny James, the son of LeBron James, is recovering tonight after suffering cardiac arrest during a basketball workout on Monday. He joins a growing list of athletes experiencing heart issues. Concerned parents of young athletes now asking why this happened and how it can be prevented from happening again. For the answer, we turn to Dr. Mandeep Sidhu. He's a cardiologist at Albany Med and board member for the American Heart Association. He says cardiac arrest is a leading cause of death in young athletes. The reason varies from case to case, including things like an undiagnosed heart defect, family history, and more. The doctor says because high-profile athletes are experiencing it, more awareness is being raised for the issue and more research being conducted in hopes of keeping more athletes safe, but says there are steps to take in the meantime to prevent cardiac arrest from turning into cardiac death.
And I've seen patients myself who have suffered sudden cardiac arrest, fortunately, to survive, but time is of the essence, and CPR and the time to getting the AED or defibrillator to the scene and getting 911 and EMS to the scene is the most important thing we can do.
He goes on to say that the situation serves as a good reminder for all people and not just athletes to stay on top of their heart health. Dr. Sidhu says it can be done through regular screenings and seeing your doctor. It's like a lot of fun there.
Yeah, and Steve just said it's going to be a great day on Sunday, so why not go?
There you go. Well, coming up in sports, the first day of Bills training camp is in the books. We'll hear from Stephon Diggs as he gave an interesting response to a question regarding many fans' concerns.
Also, the Valley Cats hosting Camp Day for hundreds of Capital Region kids. Could the Cats get the win in front of that big young crowd? You'll find out after the break. And at 5:30, now's the time to get that back-to-school shopping done. Consumer Reports will help you avoid the headaches and try to keep your bank account happy.
And at 6 tonight, a story that is positively upstate, getting young folks involved in an old sport.
And nearly half of all families struggle with diaper need. Now CBS 6 and our parent company, Sinclair, are partnering with the National Diaper Network for a summer diaper drive. Here's how you can help. Just scan that QR code right there on your screen or go to sinclaircares.com. Our diaper drive runs through August 6th. Sinclair will host a town hall on CBS6Albany.com tomorrow, and it will air right here on CBS 6 Sunday night at 11:30.
And now, CBS 6 Sports, sponsored by your local upstate Chevy dealers.
You are right about that. I don't want to start a controversy here, but I noticed something in that video. Southpaw, throwing with his right hand.
Uh-oh.
What's the deal with that?
Uh-oh.
We need an investigation.
Gotta dig deeper.
Yep. All right, coming up next, no deal. President Biden's son, Hunter, walked into court expecting a plea deal. He didn't get it.
What happened today to change a judge's mind and the future of the case?
I'm Angela Brown in Washington, D.C. What's fueling a growing police officer shortage and the risk it creates for our communities?
And state police pulled more ghost guns off of New York streets. How many are showing up in your backyard? And the latest push to close some loopholes when it comes to making them. First at 5:30, your top stories and your weather headlines. Here's what you need to know.
Community members holding a picnic right now outside Samaritan Hospital in Troy to show their support for the Burdett Birth Center and all who work there. St. Peter's Health Partners announced it has plans to shut down the center.
Lexington Property Group, that's the owner of the Harbor Point Gardens Apartments in Troy, pleading not guilty to code violations today. A tenant representative says they are still being asked to pay July rent despite the fact that most tenants are still not allowed back in.
The town of Colony says it has carried out a search warrant at the Shore Stay Best Western Hotel on Wolf Road to get a hold of its registry. The hotel is housing migrants bussed in from New York City. The town says the hotel is violating a rule regarding how long guests can stay in hotels. And in-depth coverage on all of these stories in our next hour. In the meantime, visit our website at CBS6Albany.com.
A shocking turn of events in a federal courthouse in Delaware today. President Biden's son, Hunter, set to plead guilty to 2 misdemeanor tax charges, but things change course after the judge demands more details.
It was a deal that Republicans for weeks have called a sweetheart deal, now being renegotiated by both sides. National correspondent Christine Frizzell breaks it all down for us. Carly Russell's attorney, Emory Anthony, says they're expecting charges to be filed against Russell. This after Anthony met with the Hoover Police Chief Tuesday. Anthony says the charges will be in connection to Russell making a false report of an abduction 2 weeks ago. Hoover Police say the numbers regarding the resources and costs used to help find Russell have not yet been calculated, but that it's likely in the thousands of dollars. Well, actor Kevin Spacey found not guilty for 9 charges, including sexual assault in connection with alleged incidents 20 years ago involving 4 men. The jury in London returned its verdict Wednesday following 3 days of deliberating. Prosecutors tried to persuade the jury that the Oscar-winning actor preyed upon younger men and took what he wanted. Spacey insists that the relationships were consensual.
I'm enormously grateful to the jury for having taken the time to examine all of the evidence and all of the facts carefully before they reach their decision. And I am humbled by the outcome today.
Now, this is his second legal victory. A jury also sided with him last fall in a lawsuit brought by actor Anthony Rapp. In another case, prosecutors dropped charges when another alleged victim refused to testify.
And CBS 6 recently reported on an exodus of officers from the Cobleskill police force that has people in that small town concerned with just a handful of officers left on the job. You can find our coverage on that story at CBS6Albany.com. And coming up next tonight right here, getting ghost guns off the streets.
The loopholes still left open that lawmakers say are contributing to the problem.
Also, top car manufacturers want to help usher the U.S. into the electric age. Their plan to bring the charging infrastructure up to speed. An off-duty correctional officer from another county allegedly caught trying to enter a Caroline Street bar in Saratoga over the weekend with an unregistered ghost gun.
Saratoga Springs Public Safety Commissioner says that officer was also found with 2 loaded magazines. He was taken into custody, but as of now, it does not appear that charges have been filed. This comes amid a larger conversation on these unregistered ghost guns.
CBS 6's Ashley Dagger joins us live right now from our Albany bureau tonight. Hi, Ashley.
Weekend, and that will continue into next week with highs in the 70s to near 80.
Steve, thank you.
Yeah, I like the look of next week. That looks pretty good. Yeah.
Well, coming up all new at 6 tonight on CBS 6, you could be owed money and you don't even know it.
I like the look of that, too. We'll tell you how you can check right now tonight and get that cash heading your way.
And cases of RSV pick up in the fall, and before that happens this year, what parents need to know about immunization options available for the first time ever and what it took to get them approved. Welcome back. Well, it's almost that time of year again when college students pour into dorm rooms, and chances are parents are already getting a head start on shopping.
I think that's true. In tonight's Consumer Report, CBS 6's Julia Dunn has a look at deals on dorm essentials. And still to come here tonight, rent is still due. That's according to a representative for tenants who were forced out of a Troy apartment complex weeks ago. They still got to pay. The progress in getting them back into their homes as the situation now heads to court.